All right, so the my sharing will be is entitled Achieving Competitive Excellence, or I call it ACE, with pre-U at MCKL. All right, and so my presentation will encompass the following. It's not moving. Okay, so the overview. I'll just share a bit about the Cambridge A-level program in MCKL. Followed by the Australian matriculation. We always call it is always fondly known as AUSMAT'S. Then the accounting programs in MCKL. I will also share a bit about the 2021 intake dates so that you can plan if you decide to join us, whether you want to join, you want to actually join the January intake, or even after that will be the following subsequent 2 intakes. And I also share a bit of some surprises or that we have plans moving forward towards year 2021. Okay, so to those of you who are new or who still don't know much about us, okay, so basically this slide will encapsulate a bit about who we are, where our legacy is. Now, we have a very rich legacy. The whole college actually started as early as 1929. And at that point, we were not known as Methodist College yet. We were known as Methodist Afternoon School in 1929. Now, it was established as a school of second chance, meaning for those students at that point of time who couldn't make it either to overseas or to other schools. So therefore, the school was set up with that mission. Hence, that's why we are, as for MCKL, we have always retained our legacy to ensure that our students or our courses or programs, the school can offer programs to all types of students. And we welcome everybody, regardless of ethnicity, race, or even gender. And as well as time goes by, in 1974, the school was renamed as Methodist High School, and it returned to a private high school of choice, all right, at that point. Then after that, 10 years after that, in 1984, that's where the birth of actually Methodist College Kuala Lumpur, where the name was changed officially from Methodist High School to MCKL. And as the school developed and it got kind of better, then there is where, if you know one of our sister institution, the birth of Wesley Methodist School, and today they are known as International School, whereby the Form 1s to Form 5 from MCKL was slowly moved and was actually absorbed by the Wesley Methodist School. And then that's after that, MCKL became MCKL as it is, offering only pre-U and tertiary programs. And then in October 2019, we don't change the name, but we call ourselves MCKL 4.0, whereby right now our vision is basically the Institution for Excellence for Life. It actually signifies a change of leadership, where our current CEO, Ms. Angela Paul, is right now heading the institution, which we right now lead MCKL towards the next era. Okay. So I'm going to, my next session will be, I think the 4 slides, we will talk about what is Cambridge A-levels. Now, the Cambridge A-levels at MCKL has been at MCKL's core academic program since 1983. It is the earliest program in MCKL, so it has a lot of legacy. Now, if you are familiar with the system in Cambridge A-levels, MCKL used to adopt the system, the Excel system. And then subsequently, MCKL only moved to the Cambridge A-level exam board in 2013. So since 2013, we have been running the program that is actually managed and offered by the Cambridge Assessment International Education, CIPO. Okay, and our track record has always been excellent, not just good, but excellent, with 100% passing rate. And after that, our students, our former students, have actually gained or obtained top awards. Okay. The good thing about MCKL is we have a diverse choices in subject combinations. Our strength is always still in sciences. I will tell you why. And as well as we have a team of qualified, dedicated, and dynamic lecturers. So I pride myself because I lead the team. So therefore, the lecturers itself, we have a wide range of, experience. Now, we'll just like to say that there are some institutions or even you know, they focus on certain groups because they said that, oh, if you want to have good lecturers, therefore they must be very experienced. I'm very proud to say that there are some of our lecturers who are maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years, they have graduated, and yet they could still produce top students. Okay, now we have the German pathway, which is very unique to MCKL and exclusive, where I think Jonathan, a friend of ours, he will share more on that. I will also cover a bit about, if you'd like to know, A-levels is not just going to UK primarily. You can actually go to other countries along the line. And just want to share that A-levels is, despite its 100% external assessments, meaning after your program, you take a major exam, and then your results will qualify you to enter your course of choice or your tertiary studies of choice, or in whatever countries. Nevertheless, you will still have continuous internal assessments and examinations in order for you to for us to monitor your progression. Okay. And this slide is very interesting because I've actually analyzed our results. Now, as you can see that all over the years, our achievements have been improving. So if you could see that how the achievements have been categorized, where we have 3, you have top in the world, and then you have top in Malaysia, and then you have high achievement and best across 3. So if you look at it, we are very proud to share that our results has always been top in the world year by year. And you can see that for every series of exams, the number of students who gain top in the world is increasing. So we are very proud of that. We have also a few students who actually obtain top in Malaysia. Now, you may be asking, high achievement is basically a very unique proposition because they are almost equivalent to top in Malaysia, but because the number of students that takes the particular subject, therefore they are not so-called qualified top in the country, but they are known as high achievers. So for best across 3, it will be the top 3 subjects along the world. So this is where our achievements have improved all over the years. Okay. Okay. Now a lot of people have been asking our combination of subjects. Now these are the subjects that we offer in MCKL. So you can see that it is a myriad of choices. So you can take full sciences or sciences, and then you can also take humanities, arts, as well as mixed. All right. However, the 3 subjects that are very unique to us, it's German language, all right, and then you have Cambridge IPQ, and as well as divinity. Okay, so I will focus. My next 3 slides will be on these 3 subjects. Why we decide to, why MCKL decides to offer these 3 subjects on top of the common subjects in A-levels. So, okay, but before that, maybe I'll just share with you if any of our viewers or any of our attendees, you would want to know more what are the ideal subject combinations that you would like to study. So therefore, you can see that this is just some recommended or proposed subjects combination for areas of study. Okay, so if you are looking at, if you intend, if a prospective student, you would like to do courses related to medicine or even pharmacy and dentistry, etc. So we call that cluster basically as health sciences and life sciences. So you can take a combination of the following subjects, mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics. For physical sciences, they are known as courses related to engineering, actuarial science, and etc. So you can actually have a combination of these subjects, mathematics, further maths, physics, chemistry, economics. Then for computer science and information technology, now this is a very unique combination because we realize that right now, based on our study and our data, we realize that the demand for students who, or even graduates for computer science and IT is on the rise. So therefore, we recommend the following combinations. But again, we are just recommending. So what we will normally tell students is you can make, if you intend to go to a particular university or to enter a particular university, therefore check the entry requirements of the subjects that you may want, they may want, or they have prerequisites. So therefore, for example, some universities may not need further maths, so you can take further maths, replace further maths with another subject, for instance. All right, so we always recommend that. And last but not least, to those students or prospective students who intend to pursue a course in arts, commerce, or humanities, such as business, finance, law, communications, etc. These are the combinations that you recommend, okay, that we recommend. So it's more like a pick and choose. It's very, very unique. So it's all up to your, of course, your preference, and definitely we look at your results as well. We have to also inform our students that, prospective students, that we know that we have actually been approached by a lot of prospective students that they want to take certain subjects, but because either previously or prior before joining MCKL, either they were in SPM or IGCSE or equivalent, certain subjects they are not strong and they insist to take it. So we always tell the students, please ensure that you can perform, all right? Because we don't want to also give empty promises, but at the same time, it's very hard for you you will find it later along the course or along the program, it will be a struggle in this case. Okay, now the second subject that considered unique to us is this subject called Cambridge International Project Qualification, or in short, we call it CIPQ. Now, in MCKL, when CIPQ was offered as a start, MCKL was selected as one of the testing centers to pilot the offering. And if you want to know this subject or this particular paper here, the aim is to enable students to develop a research project on a topic of their own choice, reflecting their academic interests. Now, you may be asking, why do you want to take this subject or this particular paper? It's because when you pursue, or when a student proceed or pursue a undergraduate program in the higher education or in the university, research skills is a fundamental. So when you call about academic research skills, so you have to understand how to write, how to actually do citation, do literature review, undertake methodology, studies of methodology, etc. So this paper is kind of like the introductory of research methodology. So therefore, it is kind of not a major research methodology subject, but it's more like an introductory. And you can decide on the research topics that you would like to do. So of course, in MCKL, once if you intend to take this subject or this paper, you'll be paired up with a lecturer. That this lecturer, he or she will guide you along on developing the whole writing paper. So some of the research topics that some of our MCKL students have done, it's basically, if you can see, I think this is a very science-based investigation of the performance of reverse variable swept-back wing design in comparison to existing wing designs using computational fluid dynamics simulation. I think it's something to do with engineering. And then we also have some students who did on biology or life sciences, and actually investigation into the antibacterial properties of lemongrass, lemon, tea tree, and orange essential oil on Escherichia coli. Okay, we also have a student who actually opted for a psychology-related topic, depression and academic performance of students in private Malaysian colleges. And there is another one who also looked at education-related. To what extent is the access to test preparation resources different between students from high and low socioeconomic status in the American school system? All right, so this is a very unique paper that we are offering. So if any students you would like to take this subject on top of course, your combinations, therefore you can actually opt for this paper. Now, the next one will be basically the German language. I will relate this German language paper here, or at the AS level, with the German pathway in MCKL. Okay, after my talk, after my presentation, Jonathan will come in and Jonathan will share more relate to this pathway. So we collaborate with German Educate to allow pre-university students to progress their tertiary studies in Germany. Okay, now we have quite a number of MCKL students who opt for this pathway. It's because in Germany, no tuition fees, or the German government actually extend tuition-free policy to international students. So for Malaysian students who actually study there, your tuition fee is relatively free. Okay. And then in German university degrees, they are world class, and they are also recognized. Okay, and as well as they put a very strong a very focus on research and innovation. So as you can see, that a lot of students who actually, MCKL students who opt for this pathway, they are now currently pursuing most of it courses like engineering related courses, okay? All right, so the next one, or the last one that I would like to share on A levels is this particular subject called AS Level Divinity. Now it is a very, we are proud to say that MCKL is the only CIE center in Malaysia that offers divinity, okay? And in this paper on this subject here, candidates, you will gain and have knowledge on studying and interpreting historical and biblical texts. Okay, now for students who would like to pursue this paper, we would like to, you are not expected, okay? We just want to share, you're not expected or acquired or studied or you have obtained any knowledge on Bible studies at the SPM level, divinity on IGCSE level, or even religious studies, okay? Now, we are very proud that because we are the only one in the country now that offers AS level divinity, therefore you can see that every year we have our students who have actually opted for this paper, it's always the top, okay? So of course, in 2013, we were top in Malaysia, and 2014, we were top in the world. And then for 2015, 2016, and 2019, we have always obtained high achievement. So if you look at the small text, subtext that I've actually included there, it is the high achievement is awarded to learners who have achieved outstanding results in subjects which are not so widely taken and which, under the criteria, which would not qualify for the top in-country awards. Now, it is because the number of students who takes this particular paper, as for example, divinity, is very, very minimal. So maybe there are 10, for instance, all right? And the 10 MCKL, we are still ranked or even rated as the highest. We can still achieve the highest in the world, but they don't call it top in the world. They will call they actually awarded student high achievement. Okay, so that's it about A levels, and now I will proceed on with AUSMAT at MCKL. Now, AUSMAT for MCKL, AUSMAT is not new, all right, and we have offered this program since 2000. And for the Australian matriculation or AUSMAT, MCKL offers the Western Australia Certificate of Education or also commonly known as WACE. Now, AUSMAT is a Year 12 qualification by the Australian government with worldwide recognition, including Germany. And if you look at it, perhaps maybe if you are interested for AUSMAT program, there are a number of AUSMAT education or Year 12 Australian education system that is offered, especially in Malaysia. So you have one that is, you may have commonly heard, which is the SACE. SACE is the South Australia Certificate of Education. Then you have the VCE, known as the Victorian Certificate of Education, and of course, the HSC, known as the Higher School Certificate New South Wales. They are all Year 12 equivalent qualification. So AUSMAT is unique because or if the student who pursues AUSMAT, you are not ranked based on the achievement of a subject. Okay, however, at the end of the program, your achievement will be based on what they call, or what actually is known as ATAR, all right? ATAR, Australian Tertiary Admissions Rank, Statement of Results. Now, it is calculated by adding up the subject scores and rank total scores against other students in the state. So it's a very tricky system, but I've got one slide to explain to you how the system works. Okay, now, but before I go to the ATAR system, so I just want to share that for AUSMAT's assessment system, it is also external based and it is only conducted once a year, okay, which is every year in November. So for those students who are actually joining in January, your exams will be in January 2021. Your exams will be in November 2021, the same year, okay? And if you look at it, the ratio of your assessments will be 50% will be school-based, meaning in the college itself, internally, we call it internal assessments, which will be set and moderated externally. And as well as the 50% will be, the remaining 50% will come from the examination, which is an external examination that will be invigilated and proctored by the Department of Education, Western Australia. Okay, so some of the students will be asking for the internal-based assessments, Mr. Adrian, what are the types? So you have class tests, you have your those of the students who take labs, sciences, you have labs, laboratory sessions and assessments, you have also mock exams, you have in-class assignments, presentations, etc. Okay, that depends on the subject that it is actually offered on that. Okay, so for example, on the background on ATAR scores, the explanatory of the system is very simple. It is the average of 4 or 5 best subjects, and then they will have the score. And if you look at it, ideally, this is just our recommendation. If you achieve an ATAR score of 70, means you score a student score about 70 to 100 in each, 70 out of 100 for each subject. Okay, so if you intend for students who take AUSMAT, of course, their pathway or their destination is to Australian universities. It is considered achievable or good enough for entry into most Australian universities in Australia. And however, if a student you intend to pursue a very highly competitive courses, or you want to be considered for a scholarship, then we actually recommend, if you can, opt for or actually achieve at least 85 ATAR score that will be required. Okay, so just to show you the our achievements or MCKL's achievement across the last 3 years. The highest at the moment, I think in 2017, that we had one student who got 99 out of 100, so it's considered the best. And then in 2018, the highest ATAR was 99.3, and then 2019, it's 97.85%. So if you look at the achievements of ATAR above 90, we consider this as quite a normal distribution, because if you look at it, those students, 15.6% of the students' population in MCKL achieve a very high ATAR of 90%. So if you look at, if you want, the other way is you look at 70 as our benchmark. So at least 58% of our students in one particular cohort or intake achieves above 70%. Okay, and if you can compare the grades or even the scores between the school, which is MCKL's median ATAR, and as well as the state, we are considered quite close, meaning to say that our achievement is as equivalent, as good as in Western Australia. Okay, all right. I would like to proceed on to the accounting program. And what happens is in MCKL, we offer these accounting related programs since 2009. Now, initially we offered based on CAT, we call it CAT, known as Certified Accounting Technician. Then in 2015, MCKL offers the ACCA programs, also known as Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. And in 2021, just like to share with you that this is a new update, that CAT would not be offered, but will be replaced with what we call as now the ACCA Foundation in Accountancy. Okay, now we are very proud to share that in August, MCKL achieved the platinum status, meaning to say we are considered as the best in the country now. Apparently, if I'm mistaken, there is about, I think, 11 center or 11 institutions that have achieved platinum, which is the highest ranked learning partner, okay, or center in Malaysia. Okay, so we have achieved the platinum status. So this means that how do we get the platinum status is because of our academic results of our students and achievements as well, and therefore it also translates to our quality of our lecturers, and as well as the students that have actually been continuously achieving very good results every year. So I'll share with you later our achievements of our students. So for the professional accountancy pathway, now some students decided not to, rather than you would like to take the conventional route of doing a pre-university program like STPM, A-level, AUSMAT, etc., which takes about 1 to 1.5 years depending on the program. Then you have to do your degree, then you only do your CCA, then you have to get your experience, then you're known as chartered accountant. Or some students have actually take the diploma pathway. Okay, it's basically the same, just that the duration is longer. However, for ACCA Foundation in Accountancy, the pathway is very direct, meaning it is a direct pathway that leads to the ACCA program. Okay, now at the moment you will find that in my slide there is two duration, 1 year and 1.5 years. Okay, now at the moment this program is actually now shortened to 1 year. It's no more 1.5 year, which CET used to be. However, we are putting there now because we have actually applied to change the duration. So we are still waiting for the approval for the change of duration to 1 year. Okay, so perhaps we are hoping, and of course we are praying to hope that we can get the approval, change of duration to shorten now to 1 year. If January 2021, there may be a case if we didn't get the news, therefore the program will be 1.5 years. But however, if we can get the approval earlier before the January intake, therefore you can actually will be only 1 year. Then after the FIA, ACCA FIA, you can proceed to do your ACCA for 3 years. Now we put a star there is because sometimes this is the ideal pathway, which means duration of 3 years to finish all your papers. Then after that, if you decide to, after your program, three years, okay, then you can actually graduate with ACCA, then you can obtain professional experience, you can work. And then after that, for 3 years, then you will get your chartered accountant. So we have a very unique pathway in MCKL, which is after the ACCA, some students decided they want to do the undergraduate program. So you can see that this pathway here, if you decide to move on to the degree program, therefore you can do a 1 year program with Oxford Brookes University in UK, and you will be required to do a project paper. Okay, now this is an optional pathway, so only for students who intend if you want to do an applied accounting, Bachelor of Science honors in applied accounting. And then you can also after that pursue another year, which the student will gain a Master of Science in Professional Accountancy from the University of London in UK. So if you look at it, your pathway from FIA all the way to Masters, it's basically 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Okay, so 6 years to program to obtain from beginning to the end. And if you look at it, if you obtain if you follow this pathway, your duration from ACCA FIA to ACCA is only 4 years. So it's very fast, and it's also an express pathway. So we consider this pathway students, just for prospective students who intend to do the ACCA FIA pathway. Unfortunately, your FIA will not be eligible for you to transfer to any undergraduate program except ACCA. So you just want to have a caveat here, okay? All right, for this slide here, there are some of our achievers. We have, over the years, we have obtained, some of our students, current students, in fact, some of them, they are still pursuing their ACCA. They have either obtained world prize winners or either country prize winners. And then I think we have one particular student in 2019 that she got the top 3 ACCA affiliates. I presume that these are the top 3 students in Malaysia, and she got the 3rd, which is Tan Hui. Okay, so you can see in this slide here, these are some of our strengths of our students as well as our lecturers who actually have groomed them to be to obtain award winners in MCKL. Okay, so I'm approaching to the end already. So now I would just like to share that these are some of the intake dates for 2021. If you look at it, if you want to join MCKL, so we have, based on my presentation of pre-university, so you have the Cambridge A-levels, okay, you have the AUSMAT'S and ACCA FIA, okay. So our next coming intake will be in January 2021. And it is 25th January and 26th January. So if you see the O means orientation, okay, commencement of classes will be the following day. And then we have one intake in April, okay. Some students will be asking, oh, is it an April Fool? It's not. Why we did not begin, 1st of April is a Thursday, okay. And then you'll be asking why you don't start on a Monday or, you know, Friday, because 2nd of April, it's Good Friday. So therefore we move, we actually begin to commence on the 1st of April, and your class will commence the coming Monday, on that Monday. Okay, so if any outstation students you can plan, you want to come and enroll, so you can actually offer the April intake as well. Then you have the July intake. Now, July intake will only specifically for the ACCA FIA, which will be on the 16th of July for orientation and 17th of July for commencement. And for August, it will be only for the A-levels and the AUSMAT. I think by that time, the SPM results will be announced. So it'll be 16 and 17 August respectively. Okay, now we are glad to share that there's this latest development, latest news. Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia has just approved the enrollment of students for tertiary studies with SPM or equivalent forecast results. So for those SPM currently, if you're going to do your SPM in February later, don't despair. Ministry has allowed this. Therefore, you can actually join MCKL, which we anticipate that April will be the best time. You can actually consider, and it has been approved, so you can use your forecast results to enter and to join MCKL through your course of choice. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll just maybe share some questions from perhaps very prospective students and parents. What will happen in 2021, especially about classes? Will it be face-to-face entirely, will it be online, etc.? So this is something that we ask we get asked every day, which I thought I would just want to share in my presentation. And for 2021, I just want to share that classes will still be conducted in blended approach. Okay, this is in line with the regulatory outline by the Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia, that for throughout 2021, we will still be carrying out our classes, or students will still be carrying out undertaking classes based on blended mode. So if you want to know what is blended approach, meaning to say there will be combination of face-to-face and online. So for the timetabling, you will find that at least there will be 1 to 2 days of face-to-face and 3 days of online delivery, subject to advisory, as well as subject to the combination of the subjects for CAL, as well as AUSMAT and FIA. Okay, now we just want to share that if, let's say, 2021, there will be no more MCO or CMCO or RMCO, etc., students, you'll be allowed to come back for practical or laboratory-based sessions. Okay, now we just want to share that you may find, for example, ideally, out of a 5-day a week, 3 days will be online, and then you have 2 days that you may have labs. So it can be morning 1 session and the afternoon 1 session. So we will try our best to work in a way that is very convenient for the students. So you don't need to come, on separated days. But we will try our best to factor that into our timetable, so that students, in terms of movement, it will be easier for you. Okay, now we also would like to assure everybody that external examinations, so for those students, current students, they will be taking their A-levels in June or even in November. External examinations governed by these international bodies will still be carried out throughout 2021. Okay, subject to regulations and advisory guided by respective examining bodies, local and governmental bodies. Okay, so this is what we can assure. Nevertheless, whatever I'm sharing here, all delivery approaches are subject to prevailing local and governmental advisory and regulations outlined by the authorities, such as Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia, Malaysian Qualifications Agency, MQA, then you have the MKN, or even Ministry of Health, and etc. Okay. Now, we're very proud to also share to our students and even prospective students and parents that Microsoft actually recognized the way how MCKL deliver our lesson throughout the whole 2021. This is something that I actually have to applaud all our lecturers, because they were being very innovative and all that. So if you want to read more, you can actually take out your phone and scan, and it will direct you to the hyperlink, or to the link that is the success is actually in Microsoft's global website. So I just want to share with you that we have adopted Teams not just as a video call solution, just because if you're familiar with Teams, therefore it's a lot of people, they use it to call, and any video call and delivery. But what happens is, for MCKL, MCKL adopts Teams as the learning management system. LMS. So that's where lectures, they don't just deliver their lessons online or pre-recorded. We call it asynchronous or synchronous using Teams, but they actually use Teams to assess the students, you know, to allow the students to submit assignments, to give feedback, and etc. And not only that, MCKL actually integrates the entire ecosystem for Microsoft 365. So these are the other software that you have heard, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote, etc., all into Teams. And because of that, the lecturers in MCKL, we have developed new ways to deliver lessons and engage students continuously. Okay, so now by my next happened to be the something that I just want to share as a Christmas gift to all of you. Is yes, for those of you who are in the central or northern region of Malaysia, good to hear. We're happy to share that we will be heading to Penang in 2021, and the campus will be known as MCKL Penang Paikut Campus. The name is already approved, so that's how the name of the campus will be. And we would like to assure that the quality of the delivery and the academic programs that we have in MCKL, in KL here, will be similar to the one in Penang. Okay, so where we are, just to share with you, this is an actual picture from, I think, taken somewhere in end of August or September of the campus. Of course, if you go now, it will be different because there are constructions happening. So MCKL will be occupying the former Wesley Paikut School, okay? And sorry, Methodist Paikut School in Leburai Paikut, okay, which is just on the tip of Burma Road. And of course, just to share with you, just to give you a preview, on your left, you will find that that's the facade or the entrance of the school. All right, it's just an artist's impression, okay? So this is not final, so we're still, and then on your right will be how the classrooms will look like, okay? Although the school, we just want to share that the school right now is still currently in renovation. We want to retrofit the school with, of course, furnitures that it suits higher education context. As you can see that right now, one of the classrooms is almost ready for mock-up. So we are hoping that maybe by the time the development, the renovation is ready, once the project is handed back to us, therefore, if you are those who want to come and pay us a visit, you can always welcome to the campus. Definitely follow our Facebook page, I think MCKL's Facebook page for more updates. And we're very excited because now, I think from now, we still have about almost 6 more months to actually operate in Penang. So a lot of students and parents asking, okay, Mr. Adrian, what will be the courses that will be offered in Paikut? So you have, of course, the one we can confirm at this point of time is Cambridge A-Level and the Australian matriculation. Okay, and if I'm mistaken, there will be one diploma program. However, now we're still waiting for, we've submitted to MQA for the approval. We are still waiting for them. I think we are quite confident we will be able to get it within the first quarter of 2021. Okay, then that's where the students, you can actually opt for. Rather than coming out to KL, you can actually continue pursue your pre-university programs in Penang. Okay, so with that, that's it. Okay, thank you very much for attending this session. Okay, we just want to share that you may be asking why this group picture, there is no social distancing in place because it was taken in January 2020, beginning of this year. Okay, so we hope see all of you in 2021. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adrian.